happy in relationships for so long. They'd started their affair that week and kept it going off and on for months. After years of disappointments, she hadn't wanted to feel too much anticipation about their reunion. Robert traveled to Raleigh often, and Elaina came over whenever he was in town. Despite her efforts to keep things strictly physical, she was well and truly in a state of deep infatuation with Robert. "I wish I could stay longer." Elaina eased her head to the side, giving Robert better access to her throat. "I'm expected home. Family stuff." Her brother, Byron, had unsuccessfully run for the U.S. Senate, but easily won the race for Jackson Falls mayor 2 years later. Her brother's political career, combined with her dad's business connections, meant multiple requirements for the family to show support at some event or another. Today it was a garden party to thank donors of Byron's political campaign. Elaina would have to break multiple North Carolina traffic laws to get home in time to shower and change. She hadn't brought anything with her when Robert called the evening before to let her know he was in Raleigh and wanted to see her. She'd put on a sexy dress, grabbed her purse, and raced down the highway. She would not think about how pathetic and lonely she would have accused anyone else of being for doing the same. "Do you think you'll be able to come back tonight?" Robert's lips brushed across the sensitive spot on her neck. He was taller than her, with sandy skin and green eyes that used to mesmerize her. Her dad once called Robert a pretty boy, an assessment she attributed to her dad's usual attempts to push her in the direction he'd preferred. Once they'd reconnected, she'd begrudgingly admitted to herself that her dad may have been right. Robert's suits were expensive, his car pricey, and his tastes high-end. All things he didn't mind letting people know about, but Elaina was willing to overlook his arrogance because he still didn't back down when they debated, and the sex was amazing. "I wish, but this thing will go late, and I do need to be in the office on Monday." She regretfully pulled herself away from him and walked to the dresser. She picked up her diamond earrings. "You'll be back next week, right?" Did she sound desperate? She hoped she didn't sound desperate. Elaina Robidoux didn't chase after a man. "Tell that to your gaslight." She pushed aside the reminder. Her gaslight had come on when she was 10 minutes away from the hotel. She'd ignored it in her haste to get to Robert, which meant she'd have to stop on her way home. Robert cringed and rubbed his hands together. "I don't know." She slipped an earring into her right ear. "Okay, the following weekend then?" Robert shrugged. "I'm not sure when I'll be back." Elaina stilled. "Not sure?" Her voice didn't betray any of her sudden paranoia. She turned her back to Robert as she slipped the other earring into her ear. "The investors I thought I'd have for my business venture didn't pan out." He paused for a heartbeat. "I don't have a reason to keep coming back." "No reason?" Her heart raced, and a cold sweat broke out over her skin. Elaina frowned as she lifted her multi-strand gold necklace. "Oh, really?" she asked in a cool voice. She fastened her necklace and schooled her features to the bland expression she'd perfected before facing Robert again. "Does that mean the end of us?" "It doesn't have to be," Robert said. His lips lifted into a nervous smile. "You know I want to keep this going." "What are you proposing?" She crossed her arms and watched him while her pulse fluttered. She was being a romantic. Of course he wasn't proposing something serious, but a part of her, a foolish part, wished he'd ask her to move back to Atlanta with him.